So here is a question with cabin pressure and altitude, and they have the following formula in the question right beside. That pressure is equal to 101.3 and 0.88 to the H. Yeah, they use H. Where P is pressure and H is the number of kilometers or the altitude in kilometers. So the higher you go up, pressure goes down, there's less oxygen, and you could suffer altitude sickness. I have suffered altitude sickness from going up too high, and it's kind of weird. Your body just feels like you want more oxygen and there's not oxygen, so you sort of get like sweaty, and it was kind of scary for a second. I was traveling to the highest capital in the world, which is in Bolivia. La Paz is one of the highest capitals in the world. I was traveling there by bus, and I woke up in the middle of the night on the bus feeling like I couldn't breathe because I wasn't getting enough oxygen. The altitude of La Paz is, well, I think the city itself is 3.8 kilometers above sea level, 3,800 meters. The airport is around 4,000 meters above sea level. To put that in perspective, I think there are only a couple of mountain peaks in all of North America that are higher than the airport. But the airport isn't like, you don't like land on a very sharp point thinking of mountain peaks. It's actually quite flat, but very, very high. So, if the cabin pressure is less than 70, so if we put in 70 for the pressure, and we solve for H, and once again, at this point, 0.88 is not on your powers chart. The best that we can do is put this into Y1 and Y2.
Where'd you get 0.88 from?
From the question, the formula would be given to you. And so the formula is given in example 4, and I just copied it down. But in an actual exam, they would give you the formula just like that. So again, we'll go to Y1 and Y2. Here, 101.3, 0.88, and again there's no H, so we'll just put it in X. Now when I hit graph here, nothing shows up, because my window was looking at 2500 before. We could try that zoom fit. This time I'm just going to go to my window and I'm going to say, I know that I need to see 70, so I'll go from -1 to 100. And then I'll hit graph. And luckily, they intersect right here. So I can go second, calculate. Where do they intersect? Number 5. Enter on the first curve, enter on the second curve, enter when it says yes. And at 2.89. To the nearest kilometer would be at about 3 kilometers. So when I talked about the airport in La Paz being 4 kilometers, they actually have an altitude sickness bay for when people get off of the airplane. Questions for practice on this one? 14.